for watching. It's the Christian View, where we take today's hot topics and we weigh it against the Word of God, because God does have a view. And we want to take 1 second here and welcome philanthropist, entrepreneur, relationship strategist, the love expert, Shandon Carter, with us today. Shannon, let's start by talking about what love is not. A lustful state of mind, obliterating all common sense, much like a brain on drugs, this thing called lust. Love.
Well, you know,
people fall into lust.
They fall into love, but you know, lust is only temporary. It's like a Band-Aid. Sometimes around here, I know, well, some of my clients, they want to have the Band-Aid that sticks on, like the regular Band-Aid.
Well, that would be the woman.
You know, actually, Jackie, it works for women and men. So yeah, you know, I tell everybody, stop living in that Band-Aid moment and get you a cask.
I like it.
Get you a cask, because that cask can heal you and take you to where you really want to go.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, wow.
Lust is more like a fantasy. It's like you have this unrealistic picture of somebody, and then once that fades, then what are you left with?
Well, lust is kind of like a fireplace I saw somewhere on Facebook. You know, it takes a little flame to start. That's lust. It ignites fast, and whoosh, it comes up. But what's going to make that fire last is that log that burns slow and deep, and it's a nice fire. So that's how it is with love.
Edward and I were recently on our 30th wedding anniversary trip.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we saw a picture of love, not lust, but love. It was an elderly couple, and the man was in the wheelchair, and his wife was behind him the whole trip, pushing him in the wheelchair.
And that's sweet.
And that really, to me, that will stick out in my mind for a long time. That's a picture of true love.
I love that. In my second book, I put something that I saw on Facebook, but it's such a powerful story. It's a couple where the man has an affair, and he asks the wife for a divorce. And the wife says, okay, under one condition. You carry me up the stairs every day for 30 days. Over the course of 30 days, he has to carry her, feel her weight, reconnect and look into her eyes, feel the intimacy, remember things. And on the very last day, he decides that he's fallen in love with her again and brings her flowers, but by the time he gets up the stairs, she's died.
Oh my God.
But the reason why that is so special is because it pricks at our heart to remind us that we have to commit to love. And we have to carry our spouses up the stairs every day so that we can make it to that longevity.
Well, when I think about what love is not asking someone to do for you what you're not willing to do for them. And many times in relationships, when you find it so one-sided that you have a person that you're asking them to do something and they're not willing to do it, but you're giving, you're doing all the giving, they're doing all the taking, then that's not love. But love, it balances itself out, and it has areas where each person compromises. And, you know, if you look at it as a relationship bank, you know, when you put in what love is not, is a person that's doing all the withdrawing but never making any deposits.
That's right.
I mean, it's the servant's heart. It's serving someone and wanting what's best for them and not always looking at your own needs.
Shannon, you know, think about this though. How many times when you fall into the lust, how many times are those red flags? It's just one red flag after another, and we just don't look at it, we just ignore it. But those red flags are so important.
Yes. Yes, if you actually pay attention to those red flags, it will prepare you for where you really want to go. Because red is always a motive for stopping. So when you start removing those red flags, then you can go ahead and go about your way, and then lust become love.
And if you think about those red flags as counterfeit love, that's counterfeit money, right? We want good money deposited into our love banks. So we don't want the counterfeit.
Well, lust is just a superficial thing. I mean, it's not a relationship where we're really discussing how we really feel, because the person don't really want to know how you really feel.
It's a false sense of security, a false sense of hope. It's just
we get it twisted. We think that lust is love. You know, we think it's not a crush, it's not infatuation, it's not like a teenage crush or whatever. Love is something that stands the test of time.
But doesn't real love always start with lust?
We might
Does it
be visual
begin
until
with
we're
lust?
physically attracted,
I
but
was
that's
going to
not
say
love.
attraction
Right.
and not
Yeah,
necessarily lust.
that's
Right.
To
good.
me, it should be more of an attraction, but
Yeah.
not necessarily a lust. A lust comes into the place where you have such a strong sexual desire that
Right.
basically you meet somebody and all you want to do is basically go, and get with them. It is not necessarily about even
Right.
establishing or building a relationship.
You don't really
When
care about their name, do
Yeah,
you?
when I think about lust, it makes me think of one-night stands,
Yeah,
like
right.
where
And
it's just casual. There's nothing there, no
It's very
commitment.
fleeting.
Yeah,
Lust can be for not just sexually, it can be
No,
for
I mean-
power,
Yeah.
for money,
Spending.
for position,
Spending.
for
Yes.
influence. Yeah, all
And
those
that's a
things.
sin right there to me, because
Yeah.
the Word of God says not to be attracted by those things.
Right. Yeah.
And God is the author of love. He wants us to have real love,
That's exactly
the kind
right.
that He wants to give us, not counterfeit love that the world wants to give us.
Right.
Right.
So we have to make a choice every day. Are we going to love God's way or man's way?
Well, when I counsel people prior to getting married, I do a little survey and activity with them. But it's amazing to me that, in this survey, what I do is without them, being able to talk, I have them fill out a survey about the other person. And it's surprising how much they don't know
not know.
about the person that
They're
they're
gonna
saying
marry.
they want to spend the rest of their life with. And it asks in there, what really is it that makes you want to be with this person?
He's cute.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So,
Well, we know by the Word of God
Yes.
that it's fade.
Right.
And so that's kind of a reflection of, are we loving for the other person? Or are we
Yes.
loving to be satisfied, which is lust?
yes,
Yeah.
lust.
Yeah.
But Shannon, don't you think too that when you're in real love, you don't feel emotionally drained 100% of the time?
That's right, because when you actually in love, everything just flow wonderfully.
It does, doesn't it?
Your heart becomes lighter because lust is a heavy
It feels
heart.
good.
Yes.
And you know they have your back.
Yes.
Yes, right. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to talk about what is real love.